Hello everyone, welcome to Everest Technologies. Today we're going to learn how to create this beautiful animation using just HTML and CSS. So if you want to look at this site, so this is thriftstorenepal.com. Do visit the site, and here is this animation, sliding animation on hover. So today we are going to learn how to create this animation using HTML and CSS. So first of all, go to a folder and create a new folder. I'll give it a name. Open this folder in VS Code. So when you open your folder in VS Code, now let's create a file, index.html, and a file, styles.css. The files are created. So in index.html, so let's create a template for our the base tab, sliding tab. So for the title, I will give CSS animation, and in the body, I'll create a div with the class main container. This will be our main container. We will keep our tab. So another div. So this will be our tab with a class tab container, and inside this we will create an image for our icon. So I will give it a class name of tab icons, and source will be let me import a file from my desktop, this file dash.png. So we'll use this icon, so dash.png, and we'll also have this p tag to keep our label. So it will be of class tab text, and we'll give it a name label of dashboard. So this is it for the HTML part. So let's get started with the CSS styling. Save. First, let me import our styling with relation type. We will not be having this CSS. I'll remove this, and this is our style.css. So in the styles.css, first let us check our progress in a browser. And CSS animation, so we have this icon and a label, so nothing more. So let's add a font. So for this, I will go to fonts.google.com. For now, I'm using Poppins, and I will choose our regular, and copy this link and paste it in our index.html. So let's go to our CSS file. Let me save this first. So we'll style our first main container. So main container. So we'll style this first. Main container. I'll give it a width of not 100% or 100 VW, height of 100 VH, font family of Poppins, and sans serif. Position will be relative. So this much for our main container. So for the tab container, we will give styling of, it will have a display flex and justify content will be start, align items center, and we'll have a cursor pointer. Also, we will specify the width, which will be 50 pixels, and height will be the same. Height will also be 50 pixels, and for the border radius, it will be a 25 pixels, so it will create a beautiful round shape, circular shape, and background color will be FFF, and we'll also give it a box shadow of minus 13 pixels, 14 pixels, and 10 pixels, and minus 6 pixels with RGB 0.2. Yeah, this is minus. And for transition, it will have of 0.5 second all. And for now, let's check this in our browser. Styles.css, styles.css. Let's save this, and we can see that our font is applied, and we have this icon over here, and it is of display flex. So now let's design our tab icon and tab text. So for the tab icons, we will design, it will have a padding left, let's give it 40%, and also transition of 0.5 second all, and we have a transform, so we will transform from scale 1 and translate x minus 20%, and we have a width of 35 pixels and also of height of 35 pixels. So we'll save this and we'll look at progress here. So we can see our styling is applied, but we need this in, so we need this content over here with the position fixed. So what will we do is we'll go to the tab container, and it's a position fixed, and we will give it a top, I guess 30%, and right 3%. So when you save this and look at our, so when we save this and look into our browser, we can see that our content is placed over here. It is little overflowed, but we will fix that later. So now let's go to the tab text, and for that we will give it doesn't have much, and I don't know this. So now we'll give styling for tab text. So let me just grab this class name and place over here. So we'll have the same transition of 0.5 second all, and scale for that transform scale 1.05 with the translate x 10%. It will be 10%. So this is it for now. So we can see that the styling is applied. So now we'll apply the hover effect. So for that, whenever the tab container is hovered, we have to provide a specific width for it. So for now, it will also have an overflow of hidden, which will hide the content. So we have this nice rectangle shape without our lever. So now we have this beautiful shape, circular shape with this icon without the level. So what will we do is when we hover in it, so it will slide out, slide out, and the level will be displayed. So for that, so when the dot tab container is hovered, we'll do it of, let's give border of 1 pixel, solid has gray, little gray, and now width of 180 pixels. So let us test it. So it's working just like we wanted, but the level is not shown and the icon should be placed here. So we'll fix that. Now we will go when the tab container is hovered, then we will then design the tab icons. So for that, dot tab container, when it is hovered, then the tab icon, it will be so the padding left will be only 10% and transform 07 and translate X will be 0. So similarly, for the tab text, when the tab container is hovered, so tab text will be in the color scale 1.07, 1.07, and translate X, it will be 15%. So let me save this and let's go here. So we can see that it is nice and working fine. So whenever we refresh this, so it is over here and it is doing its job. But when you look into this side and when we refresh the page, we can see that there is spring animation whenever it is refreshed. So we'll create that now. For that, we'll need an animation. So we'll create an animation. So in that animation, what we'll do is we'll bring this content from this side to this side, and then just get it back to this side, bring it back to this side, get it back to this side, and place it here, which will give us a beautiful spring animation. So let's create that. So it will be a keyframe and sliding animation, and when 0%, it will be transform translate X 15%. Sorry. So on 0%, it will be transform translate X, it will be 150%. Similarly, let's do it for 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100%. So I'll refactor the name 50, 75, and 100. Sorry, 100. So when it is in 25%, we'll bring back to minus 40%, I guess, minus 40%. And when it is 15%, we'll give it the 50%. When 75%, minus 10%, and finally 0. So this is the animation, and we'll apply this animation whenever our content is displayed. So for that, we'll place our animation here. So that will be animation, and we'll give it slide in animation 0.5%, ease in out. Yeah, animation delay will be 0.75 seconds, is in out. Now let's save the file and look at our content. So we can see that. So when I refresh the page, we can see that it gives us the beautiful spring animation. So this concludes our tags for today, and see you all in next video. And for the next video, we're gonna create this beautiful animation using HTML, CSS. So for that animation, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel. Thank you everyone.